The tub of protein powder in your gym bag costs $40 to $60. The white powder inside is whey, a pale, watery liquid left behind every time milk curdles into cheese. But here is something that might surprise you. For most of human history, cheese factories dumped whey into rivers, fed it to pigs, paid haulers to cart it away. It was not a product, it was a disposal problem. Today, the global whey protein market is worth roughly $14 billion. This is how cheese factory waste became the most aggressively marketed nutrient on Earth, and what that means for the tub sitting on your counter right now. 2,500 years ago, Hippocrates prescribed fresh whey to strengthen sick patients. He called it serum, but fresh whey spoils within hours. Nobody could store it, ship it, or concentrate it. For 2,000 years, most of it drained into the nearest river. Then cheese production industrialized. The math is brutal. 10 liters of milk yield 1 to 2 kilograms of cheese and 8 to 9 liters of leftover whey. That whey carries a biological oxygen demand 200 to 300 times higher than municipal sewage. Dumped into waterways, it suffocated fish and collapsed ecosystems. By mid-century, regulators forced a choice: pay to destroy whey or find a buyer. Then something else happened. In 1952, Bob Hoffman launched High Protein. His research process was standing over a drum of soy flour, stirring with a canoe paddle, adding Hershey's chocolate until the taste was tolerable. That same year, Joe Weider advertised supplements backed by a research clinic, a door in his office that opened into a broom closet. They built a market out of hustle and bad powder. But the raw material they needed, affordable protein that actually dissolved, was sitting in every cheese factory on the continent. The technology to extract it did not exist yet. Here is the thing nobody tells you. Liquid whey is 94% water. Its protein content is less than 1%. Turning that thin, greenish-yellow liquid into a powder that is 80 to 95% protein took decades of filtration engineering. It starts at the cheese vat. After rennet curdles the milk and the curds are lifted out to become cheese, the remaining liquid, whey, is collected. It is thin, slightly sweet, and does not look like something worth saving. First, pasteurization. The liquid is heated just enough to kill bacteria without damaging the protein molecules. Temperature matters here. Too high and the proteins denature, their molecular structure unfolds, they lose solubility, and the end product clumps instead of dissolving. Then the step that changed everything. Membrane filtration. The liquid passes through microfiltration membranes with pores fine enough to trap fat globules while letting smaller molecules through. Next comes ultrafiltration, tighter membranes with pores measured in thousandths of a micron. These block protein molecules but allow water, lactose, and minerals to pass. What remains on the membrane's surface is concentrated whey protein. Two products emerge from this split. Whey protein concentrate, WPC, retains 70 to 80% protein along with some lactose and fat. It accounts for roughly 57% of global whey protein revenue. Whey protein isolate, WPI, passes through additional filtration or ion exchange to reach 90 to 95% protein, virtually free of lactose. WPI is the faster-growing segment, expanding at about 8% per year. After filtration, evaporation. Water is pulled off under reduced pressure, bringing the mixture to approximately 60% solids. The temperature window is narrow, enough heat to drive off water, not enough to unfold the proteins. Then, spray drying. This is where liquid becomes powder. The concentrated whey is pumped through atomizer nozzles at the top of a chamber as tall as a 5-story building. The nozzles shatter the liquid into millions of microscopic droplets. Hot air at 150 to 200 degrees Celsius surrounds every droplet. Water evaporates in seconds. But the protein itself never reaches that temperature. Evaporative cooling absorbs the heat, the same principle that keeps your skin cool when you sweat. So each powder particle stays at roughly 50 to 80 degrees Celsius. Structure intact, function preserved. The dry powder is blended with flavorings: chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, plus sweeteners like sucralose or stevia, sometimes added amino acids, then sealed into the tub. The entire chain exists to extract less than 1% of a liquid that nobody wanted. protein is no longer a gym nutrient. It has moved into every aisle. Starbucks now sells a protein latte. A venti contains 40 grams of protein, more than a Culver's double butter burger, which has 34. Your morning coffee now carries more protein than your lunch. Chipotle launched a dedicated high-protein menu. Subway introduced protein pockets. 40% of yogurt on American shelves now carries a high-protein label. And brands charge an average 12% price premium for adding 2 words to the package. The protein in most of these products traces back to the same membrane filtration and spray drying process. The same cheese byproduct, repackaged under 100 different brand names. The source is identical, the markup is not. Here is where the story flips. The average American already consumes roughly 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight per day, meeting or exceeding standard dietary recommendations. The nutrient that 90 to 95% of Americans actually fall short on is not protein. It is fiber. Average intake sits at 15 grams per day against a recommended 25 to 38. The entire food industry engineers products around a nutrient most people already get enough of. The nutrient almost nobody gets enough of generates no $7 lattes, no influencer sponsorships, no marketing frenzy. The substance once too worthless to keep now commands a premium in every aisle. The substance the body actually needs more of sits on the shelf, unbranded and ignored. Whey protein is not useless. That needs to be said plainly. Sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, affects nearly 50% of adults above 80. For them, concentrated protein with a complete amino acid profile is a genuine medical tool. For athletes training at high intensity, the benefits are documented. But the tub deserves a closer look. Now read the label. If it says whey protein concentrate, you are getting 70 to 80% protein with some lactose and fat at a lower price. If it says whey protein isolate, 90 to 95% protein, virtually no lactose, higher cost. The difference is one extra pass through a membrane, and the price that pass commands. Both came from the same liquid a cheese factory once tried to throw away. Whey prices rose roughly 8% in the past year. The stuff that used to be free has never cost more. The confusion was never about the protein. It is about a marketing machine that took a waste stream, filtered it, dried it, flavored it, and convinced a generation they need more of what they already eat. That tub is still in your gym bag. Cheese factory waste, filtered, dried, flavored, and sold back to you at $40 a pound. That is the process. We reveal how things actually work, one story at a time. If there is something you would like us to explore next, let us know. Until then, trust the process.